up, ladies and gentlemen, and fuck you, Justin, and welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo Esports podcast. This is episode 261 for the week of November 13th, 2022, and the title of this week's episode is Sandbox Complexity. See what I did there, Will?
I do.
Yeah, it took me a while to think of a fucking name for this episode, but I said, whatever, fuck it.
I saw in our, Google Drive that there was a episode names spreadsheet.
Yeah, because what I'm going to do is, these guys won't give a shit about it, but I'm going to compile the names of all the episodes of the show so I don't double up accidentally.
That's a good idea. That's what I thought, but I just
Yeah, but the problem is I don't have an easy to grab list in text form.
Now you do.
Kind of. So
in process.
Yeah, in
a little
process.
Behind the scenes for you guys.
There you go. Jesus Christ. Next we'll have Taco Bell boxes. Hey, you never know. The world's your oyster. Bob's your uncle. Will, yes, is bringing back the Diet Mountain Dew, but the labels are facing the other way for non-product placement. Hashtag not mad. For those tuning into the live show, welcome Justin, Briggs, Marr, and Winkler. And Fox Too Quick, welcome back. Live Moss indeed. Live Moss indeed. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. This week I'm joined by the man in the Champions Gear HCS Pro Talk t-shirt. Well, long sleeve shirt. Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Monday evening?
I'm doing good. Pretty excited and hyped up after a very good Vikings-Bills game.
Yeah.
We talked at length before the show. Why?
So before you get into that further, Justin says, is that what took so long choosing a name? Geez, no. What took so long is that we literally talked about football and hockey for a half hour before actually getting into this shit.
Lost a little track of time, you know?
Yeah. We're talking about whether or not we believe in the Vikings to go, to take it all the way, basically.
I think they'll at least be to wrap everything we talked about.
Yeah.
I think they'll be somewhat competitive in the playoffs.
Sure.
Is there a chance? I think if they keep grinding and keep the games close like they have, yes. Mm-hmm. But who knows if that'll continue?
That's my worry. My worry is that every game is too close. And that's, like you said, we'll cap off the discussion there. We could talk about more of it offline if we want to.
Oh, yeah.
Will, do you want to know what's coming up on this week's episode of the show?
Sure, what do we got?
Competitive changes heading into HCS Season 2, tournament announcements, organizations drop rosters, and another organization enters the HCS Partnership Program. We have tournament recaps, and then we have our topic of the Sandbox updates and how this impacts the competitive landscape. For better or worse, depending upon who you ask. So, without further ado, Will, let's get into some competitive news. Winter Update ranked playlist changes by Heinz and Halo Support. Heinz said the following. Bizarre CTF. Ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to take get comfy in their chairs, or, if you're standing, just get comfortable wherever the fuck you are. Just lean back and just take a deep breath and sigh of relief. And just bask in this for a second here. Because Bizarre CTF is gone, baby! Woo! Yes! And Catalyst Slayer has been removed as well. So if you were not a fan of Catalyst Slayer, and if you really weren't a fan of Bizarre CTF, this guy, they've been removed from Ranked and the HCS as well. Hell fucking yeah. Argyle CTF has been added, except kinda, but not really, because we'll talk about that shortly.
Yep.
Added for the HCS as well. The Pit CTF and Slayer will also be joining Ranked and HCS when it arrives, and the final HCS map rotation will be announced later in December. And then from Halo Support, in King of the Hill multiplayer matches, the third hill location is being skipped on all maps. Due to this issue, King of the Hill has been temporarily removed from the Ranked Arena playlist. King of the Hill will return to the Ranked Arena playlist once the issue is resolved. Stay tuned to @HaloSupport on Twitter for the latest news on game updates. And this issue also occurs in custom games, so while King of the Hill is being temporarily removed from the Ranked Arena matchmaking playlist, players can continue to play this mode via custom games. So if you want to enjoy the craziness, go for it. Yeah, that's been removed for the time being. I will say, we can talk about this later in Will's Adventures too, but when you see people online saying that Slayer feels like it's being heavily weighted and ranked, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Gosh, I played my placement match. We played 2 during the play date, and then I played the rest of my placement matches. I think more than 60%, maybe even 70% of my games were Slayer.
I think 8 out of 10 of ours may have been.
Damn.
Yeah, I think. Guys, don't worry. Snap sliding is still being quote unquote fixed. So I know you really wanted it gone, and then you were really sad to hear that it wasn't fixed in the winter update right away. So now you get to be really happy to know that it is actually going to be fixed
Like
soon.
gone.
Yeah, like gone. And that's sarcasm because I know people are upset about it. But this is what who said? Will?
Oh.
Unishek.
Thank you. Hey, Milkway, jumping in to confirm that we still intend to fix the bug that caused snap sliding. I'm checking with the team to see if we can provide an update on when this will be integrated into the live version of the game. We'll follow up in the future when we have more info. So, yeah. Justin with the 22-month re-sub-areno. You, sir, get a woo! Will, have you played Argyle before they, took it away?
Didn't get a chance to.
Okay, so I didn't either, but Spartan has thoughts on it, and he says, Argyle is literally a big team battle map, and the fact that there's 2 bulldogs and literal fusion coils I can throw at people is beyond troll. I don't know who gave the okay to force it into ranked and HCS rotation, but holy heck, no bueno, man, no fucking bueno.
I wonder if this is like a launch site type thing.
Careful with that.
Hey.
That map is awful.
It is, but if Argyle's that big for 4v4,
Peanut Mutt says Spartan has thoughts on everything. Peanut, welcome back to the live show. And yes, he does. And that's not the last you're going to hear about him in this week's episode of the show.
Wonderful.
Yay. Hey, speaking of Argyle, segue. This is my Halo support. First, due to crashes, the map Argyle has been temporarily removed from the Halo Infinite matchmaking. The team is actively investigating the crash, and Argyle will return to matchmaking once the issue is resolved. And then there is an update to this bug. The Halo Infinite team has implemented a fix for Argyle, and this updated version is now available in custom games. The team will be monitoring stability on this new version before adding Argyle back to matchmaking. So, I'm excited. I'm excited to give it a shot when it lands back into matchmaking because I want to know how it feels. Like I ran around just alone on it before they removed it. So I ran around on it and it does seem fairly big, but at the same time, I don't know. I have to wait and see. Got to give it some play session time.
Do you think it's plausible for ranked though with the way with what you saw?
Here's the thing. I haven't seen it being played in a competitive aspect, so I cannot answer that question. From a casual sense, I can definitely see it, obviously, being played. I don't see any problems with it, especially because what Spartan was talking about, throwable fusion coils, right? We've had, in Unishek even, John, Jesus Christ, I think it was him that like kind of poked a little bit of fun. Or somebody poked a little fun and was like, oh yeah, God forbid we have fusion coils on a competitive map or something like that. I don't think they said that specifically, but there have been fusion coils on competitive maps before. But the problem with this is that you can pick them up and throw them.
Right.
They aren't static on the map and use this like a power thing. You can, like on Lockout with Sniper Spawn. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Sure.
So I see where...
I mean, if the pros want, that's a simple GA.
Just don't pick up the fusion coil.
Don't pick up fusion coils. You can shoot them and explode them. Don't pick them up.
I want you to have that same mentality when we get to other shit we're going to talk about in the topic.
Okay, wonderful.
Yep. That just that's a simple GA. That's what I
fucking
want.
GA everything.
I want you to keep this mentality when we go into the topic.
I know what's in the topic, so
I love
fuck
this shit. I love this shit. Fox says, and throwing coils really changed gameplay on Lockout during game night. You're not wrong. Justin says, so I don't mean this as a troll, but I'm kind of sitting here and chuckling over the fact that the community has had a bare bones forge for what, a week, and they're put out incredible content and maps, and the devs have had it for how long? And apparently the new maps aren't fantastic. Justin, we're about positivity here in this community.
Sometimes.
God damn, how dare you throw shade at developer-made maps, especially within Forge. God! I agree with you, Justin. I don't fucking know, man.
Peanut, I'd honestly love to see a 49-49 fusion coil ending. Lose my mind.
There you go.
It's Fox too quick. I'm positive the community is doing an amazing job.
They are. And that's, hey, great way to spin it. Oh, man. So, yeah, when Argyle's fixed completely, it'll be brought back into matchmaking. I'm excited to see teams actually scrim on it. And then I can finally see, like, okay, is this actually balanced? Is this not balanced? What needs to change? Blah, 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 blah. We'll have to wait and see. The reduced ranked penalties has been released. This is by Halo Support. The backend update for reduced penalties and uneven ranked matchmaking is now live in Halo Infinite. And for those who don't remember what this is, let me just quickly read through it. Reduced penalties for leaving uneven ranked matches. Previously, the first player who left a ranked multiplayer match lost 15 CSR points, and the players on the losing team lost up to 15 points, according to the normal CSR rules. With the latest backend service update, this rule has been adjusted so that the first player to quit always loses 15 CSR points, but if that first player quit early in the game, or is a no-show, the CSR losses and gains for the other players are capped at plus or minus 5 CSR points. That means any player who leaves the match after an early quitter will only lose a maximum of 5 CSR points.
You played your placement matches with a full squad, right?
With 3 out of 4. And then did we oh, fuck. I think
I was just going to ask, did you experience, if you didn't have a full squad, a lot of quitters?
No,
because I did. It was when I've been playing ranked. So after I played a little bit this weekend too, and
sure,
a lot of people leaving matches in ranked. It was, or maybe not even able to join. Maybe there's crashes, things like that.
So say I personally did not. Give me a second here.
Yeah. I know. I'll tell you that I had 3 games where someone was an early quitter, so I was 3v4.
Okay,
and then 2 games where people left on the enemy team. And it's just like, that sucks when you're going through your placements, because it's not a good, like, there's no way that they can be taking that into account.
Right. Okay, so first let me just say this. It literally was 8 out of 10 games.
That you've had 4?
No, 8 out of 10 games were Slayers.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
The other 2 were Oddball and Strongholds. That was it. But if I just go to one of the games, for example,
what are you looking for?
We had 4.
Okay.
We had 3 for a few, and then we had our 4th. So yeah, but no, I don't think we didn't have a quitter. I don't think any time during the times we had 3 players. So, but I'm sorry that you had to deal with quitters, because that's not cool.
It is what it is.
It's not fucking cool. Halo Rec League Season 6 has been delayed by the Halo Rec League. Unfortunately, we have delayed the start of our Season 6 back 2 weeks to November 30th and December 1st. FFA will also be postponed until November 29th until we are confident that most of the issues from the winter update are fixed and will not impact the league experience. Sorry, everyone. You have nothing to be sorry about.
Got to make sure the game's running good, right?
Absolutely. Honda Fan Cup announced. This is my Start GG. Welcome to the Honda Fan Cup. Play Halo Infinite each week for your chance to win part of $20,000 in cash prizes. Honda Fan Cup is open to players of all skill levels 18 years or older in the USA, Canada, and Mexico. All events start at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, and feature a 1v1 single elimination bracket. The top 2 of each event to get cash prizes and a spot in the finale on twitch.tv/Xbox on January 7th. The schedule is Halo Infinite qualifiers, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern on Sundays, November 27th, December 4th, December 11th, and December 18th. And then the finale is again 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, January 7th. Watch the finale over at twitch.tv/Xbox. How to play? Register on start.gg for each weekly tournament and join the Fan Cup Discord server. Each event is limited to 512 players. Enter the start.gg match chat when the event starts. The first player to join gets to host game 1 in the best of 3. Switch host after each game. Add your opponent as a friend so you can send each other match invites. Go to the multiplayer tab and select custom lobby to create the game. Start.gg will prompt you to report the score or verify results after each game. You can always switch to the chat tab and request a moderator if you have any issues or questions. And here are the game rules. The maps are Aquarius, Live Fire, and Recharge. It's obviously Slayer, because why the fuck else would it be anything else? It's 15 kills, 12-minute time limit. Primary weapon is the BR, and there's no secondary weapon. Prize pool for the qualifiers. First will take home $400, second $200, third, fourth $100 a piece, fifth through eighth $50 a piece, total $1,000. And then the finale. First will take home $6,000, second $4,000, third $2,500, fourth $1,500, fifth and sixth $750 each, and seventh and eighth $250 each. First place from the Honda Fan Club Cup Halo Infinite finale will also win a Hayworth or Haworth, whatever the fuck you pronounce it, Halo Fern gaming chair. So there you go. Very nice. And that's it for the competitive news. Your upcoming service is about noobcom.com. Check out noobcom.com for all your Halo esports needs. Just a couple daily tournaments for you. These have been happening consistently. The Z League daily tournaments and the First Blood daily tournaments. That's it. That's all I fucking got.
All right.
Yeah, not a lot happening in the community space. But Will, there's been a lot of things happening in the roster space. So what do we got next? Rostermania!
All right. Got some things happening, I guess you could say. First off, Complexity enters HCS Partnership Program for Season 2. Got some stuff going on at Twitter between the two, HCS and Complexity. So HCS stated, today we're thrilled to welcome Complexity to the HCS Partner Team Program. Complexity put out, what is our role in the HCS ecosystem and why us? Assistant GM, Thy Ashes, and Jason B.W. Lake sit down to discuss what our future looks like in Halo. And then obviously they put out the video of the
flipping off Sentinels?
Yes.
Yeah. So good.
Ooh, do they have like beef in other esports or something?
I don't think so. I just thought it was really funny.
It was good. It was good.
And then also when they ask, what is our role in the HCS ecosystem and why us? I can think of one fucking reason why.
Oh, yeah.
Money!
Yeah, we, some, Dallas Cowboys backing. Definitely some money there.
You're the most profitable sports organization, I think, in the world.
Sounds about right.
Is the Cowboys. So, yeah, I would imagine your esports organization, slide right on in there.
Yeah, why not? Next up, G1 looks forward to HCS Season 2. This is by G1. And they say, to all the players that put on the black and red, and to all the fans that supported us during our inaugural season of esports and the HCS, we want to say thank you. This journey could not be complete without you. We look forward to suiting up again for Season 2. And then another tease here. We are in talks to host a Halo event at Q2 Stadium here in Austin, Texas. Who all wants to compete?
I want to see it happen.
Yeah, I hope the fact that they put out that they're working on it means it's more solidified, because if you're just hyping it up and then it doesn't happen, it's going to be like, well, what the hell happened?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Hopefully
Fingers
more to
crossed.
come there. Yeah. Marcus, I always say this wrong. Alumni?
Yes.
Lovejoy parts ways with Optic. This is by Alumni. Today marks my last day with Optic. I want to thank Castro for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to prove I could help help bring championship wins home to the organization. I also want to thank Graham and Tosmo for being such great mentors and colleagues to me while being on Envy. It was a great run, and we accomplished so much in these past years. To my dear friends / teammates, Lucid, Trippy, APG, Lunchbox, and Formal, it was an absolute pleasure to work alongside and be a part of history with you all. I'll never forget this journey we all went on during that time. Cheers to the future. And he states, moving forward, I'm open to talks about coaching, player or operations, and talent management. Please feel free to reach out to or about. Wow, I'm on a roll here. Reach out about potential opportunities at alumnigaming@gmail.com. So if looking for any of those roles and you're interested, please reach out to them. Next up, Fnatic releases roster. Today we part ways and say thank you to our Fnatic Halo lineup as we allow them to explore new opportunities. Jazero, Septify, Suppressed, Arctic, and Coach Neighbor. Thank you all for your service under the black and orange and for representing us in year 1 of the HCS. We'll have further updates about our future and the title to come. And last but not least, Space Station Gaming releases roster. Once an astronaut, always an astronaut. From Sean, co-owner and CEO of SSG. We are not leaving Halo. We've got some exciting plans ahead for the next year of the HCS and will continue to support the competitive scene. Our focus will be having a team who will bring us home some trophies.
Jay Rags, thank you very much. Welcome to the live show. Good to see you. Why do these messages always sound so PR-ish? Because they kind of have to be PR-ish, Briggs. Okay, a couple of things I want to talk about real quick.
Yeah.
So the Fnatic releasing... Well, actually, first up, Alumnite, wishing you the best of luck in the future. Regardless of where you end up, you're going to end up somewhere amazing because, I mean, look what the fuck you've been doing. So expect big things from you, or for you, I should say, and from you. You bring big things. We expect big things. But yes, good luck to you in the future. Fnatic releasing their roster. This kind of writing felt like it was on the wall. So this, whatever. But the last statement, we'll have further updates about our future in the title to come.
Makes you question what's going on.
Yeah, it makes you question whether or not they're staying. Now, I thought someone said, I don't know if it was Tyler or somebody else, but I thought someone said that they might be locked into 2 years, like in a contract for 2 years before they can do whatever, like before they can fuck off, basically.
Sure.
And so if that is true, then I would assume they have to still be a part of it in season 2. But that statement sounded weird to me.
But could it be like kind of what they did for season 1 where they don't pick up such a top tier team?
Oh, God.
Maybe don't have to pay X amount salary. You know what I mean?
We believe we can field a team of top tier free agents. All right. Keep doing that. And then Space Station releasing their roster. So we're talking about it in the Discord a little bit. And the thing that I want to kind of bring up here is, from Sean, what he said was our focus will be having a team who will bring us home some trophies.
Yeah.
So here's my problem. Okay. And again, and I even said this in Discord, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but when I read that, I respect it because obviously as an organization, you want to bring home wins. That's kind of the whole point. You don't want to settle for anything less, obviously, or like, what are you doing otherwise? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the only thing I could see happening that they could potentially bring home a major win or something would be picking up Native Red. If Native sells their roster, right?
Yeah.
And Space Station picks them up, or even Winkler with the 5-month resub, you get a woo! My problem is that what if Complexity buys them? Because Complexity, I think, dropped their roster too. It's like, what if Complexity buys Native Red? If Native Red is even available, right?
Yeah.
And then back on Space Station here, we want a team that'll bring us home some trophies. Okay, well, that Native Red roster, Jesus Christ. Neil Wheels with the two, love that name. Neil Wheels with the 2-monther, you also get a woo! He says, oh yeah, boys, let's go indeed. Winkler says, my only regret is not having discovered you guys earlier. Looking forward to many more months. Keep up the good work. You're amazing, Winkler. Love you. And thank you for being here. And you should not regret it, okay? I promise you. Because our early episodes were something. So, it's still something now. Back on track, I'm sorry. So, Space Station wanting to be competitive, wanting to take home trophies, right?
Yeah.
They pick up that Pittsburgh Knights roster, right? And, okay, you have the best team in Mexico.
Yeah.
So if you keep this roster, you are guaranteed wins in your region. You are guaranteed wins in Mexico. Okay? That could technically be championship wins. But then, the reason why I'm saying this is because, well, what other options do you have? Cloud9, I don't think are getting rid of shit. Sentinels, I couldn't see getting rid of shit. Optic sure as hell aren't getting rid of anything. And those are your top 3 teams right there. And they are I mean, Optic and Cloud9 are like Cloud9 made it to grand finals every single major event.
Yeah.
Including Worlds. Optic finally have hit their stride, right? And you really can't count Sentinels out of anything either, regardless of how one or two individuals may or may not be playing well on their team, okay? Those top three are solidified, in my opinion. FaZe, I'm not counting out anymore. Count on it. Maybe they start making push towards it too. Who's left? Who are SSG going to pick up? Ascend? So now you have the best EU team. Okay, congratulations. I don't know, man.
I would suspect that Native Red might want to stick together. So I don't see Native fielding all the teams they did before, especially with Mikwin coming into the fold. And that might be it, that Mikwin wants to step in. He was promised a spot. That team doesn't want to break up.
Sure.
Because the way they played.
And that's what I'm wondering, if they field two rosters, like the Native Red versus Native Black.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
But paying those players, if you're going for two top tier teams, shelling out that much money as an org could be risky.
Right. J-Rags asks, where's Mikwin going? Mikwin isn't going anywhere. He is going to be playing under Native Gaming. Whatever decides to happen there. Yes, Native has Native Red, the ex-KCP roster, but they previously also had a Native Black roster. And regardless, Mikwin had already confirmed a while ago that he is already a content creator for Native Gaming, but he will also be a pro player under that banner as well. Jagged asks, wait, what complexity dropped their roster? If you go look at Monster, like not the energy drink, but like MONSTCER or whatever it is, CR, go look at his Twitter, and he put out a tweet of like the Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air gif of him like looking around the room and it being empty and no one being there. It looks like the writing's on the wall there too. That's what I'm getting at. Clutch World, welcome back to the live show as well. Good to see you. Also should say the same for Jagged and J-Rags. And Mar, yes, get excited for Friday. It's going to be a fun time. So yeah, like unless SSG is somehow, some way able to be like, hey, Cloud9, hey, Sentinels, I'll buy your team. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see them, and obviously they want to win. That's the whole point, but I don't know who they're picking up to do that. The closest thing to my mind would be what Native Red is right now.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't see them winning yet. I only see FaZe getting better.
That's true.
That's it. I only see FaZe getting better. And also, J-Rags asked, do you think Renegade regrets leaving C9? No. Maybe I cannot speak for him. There's that rumor floating around that maybe he never wanted to be on FaZe in the first place. He only wanted to be on Sentinels. And then when that fell through, he tried going back to Cloud9 and they're like, no. And then he ended up on FaZe. Again, this is all speculation just from what we've heard. I don't think he regrets it. I don't.
Well, didn't he put out a tweet about loving the work ethic of that team?
Yeah, he literally said that this is the like something about, I don't know if he said like this is the best roster he's been on, like with FaZe, or loving the, like you said, the work ethic of the team that he's on. So,
and that's what he wanted, right? Out of the Cloud9 guys.
Yeah.
He just wanted to keep pushing, and
yeah.
maybe they can improve and get there.
Exactly. And what was the resolution of that post Worlds G1 Twitter post? What do you mean resolution? They're going to be in season 2. They're not leaving, which is good. Good for them. I'm glad to see them stick around. The Renegade decision was a $100,000 plus work ethic decision, though. Okay, that's the thing, though, is that there's this whole rumor about the contract being $100,000 or whatever the fuck the buyout was. That's not, you don't know. No one knows. So don't, like, we can't just say, oh, it was $100,000. No, it's not. No one knows. Renegade had physically said that something about like him enjoying the work ethic and the passion that this current roster that he's on has. So there's that. All I can say is that I hope he's happier where he's at now, because on the team that he's currently a part of with this phased roster, if this phased roster sticks together, right, the way it is right now, like I only see them getting better. I only see them getting better. Oh, I'm sorry, J-Rags. I thought we were talking about the whole like supposed buyout situation. My apologies.
Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah. And 100K is nothing to scoff at. Like, let's be real here. But no, if he, regardless of how things shake out, if he likes where he's at right now, because I'm guaranteed he would voice his concerns to the organization if he did not like where he was. But if he likes where he is right now, and I believe they're only going to get better, then maybe we're all looking at this a year or two down the line. Now, granted, Halo Esports moves very quickly. But if we're looking at this a year or two down the line, being like, look who's laughing now. You know, because obviously we talked about it in our World's Post show. Well, who's laughing right now? Well, Cloud9 is obviously, they're the ones being in grand finals every fucking time without Renegade. And the whole talking point when Renegade went to FaZe was, oh, Bound can't replace him. You know?
And he showed up.
And look where we are. Or look where they are. Winkler says, the complexity is aspirations to buy out top tier talent. Why wait until now? Being partnered mainly benefits 343, so it's not like they have much more skin in the game now that they're partnered. Yeah, I mean, Fnatic. Mark, welcome back. Says Renegade should have finished the season with C9 and then left, in my opinion. Sure. And frankly, when the rumors were starting to circulate that he wanted out, I thought it was a completely boneheaded decision. Kind of like what J-Rags was talking about with like the 100K plus work ethic decision. Is I'm looking at that and I'm like, you guys you're literally spliced without Shotzzy. Like, what are you doing? But hey, if somebody is not happy, then fuck it, you know? Go find greener pastures, and hopefully find greener pastures on FaZe.
From what we've heard on Twitter, it is more, sometimes you just need a team you gel with versus one that's just got skill.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And now I'm hoping.
And I mean, look at Snipe Down retiring.
Yeah.
In his video, he said, after his first few years, he never found a team that he's gelled with like he did with those guys. That's what he feels is missing.
I think he said that team that he did gel with was that Straight Rippin'
squad.
08 roster, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
The best roster ever, by the way. J-Rag says, I still don't see any other team improving so much to take on Optic next season. They're just so dominant and the meta isn't going to change too much with the Sandbox changes and the one additional map. I agree to disagree.
Are we still getting the smoke screen?
That's season 3, so that'll be March.
Right, but that will be during this HCS season.
Yeah, I would assume that it gets implemented, yeah. Again, I assume it does. I assume it does.
Right.
But no, Rostermania still feels like it's far from over. Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
So who knows how things are going to shake out. But clearly it seems like Complexity is looking for other talent, whether it be all their players or some of their players, whatever. They're looking for something. Who knows what Sentinels are going to do, if they're going to keep things the way that they are. I assume Optic is going to stay the same. I assume Cloud9 will stay the same as well. It feels like those two teams are solidified to me. Sentinels might be a little up in the air. Like the whole lethal situation. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, it's really weird.
It is really weird. But we know that they are incredible teammates together. And it sounds like they talk things through. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I assume FaZe is sticking together as well. So, who knows? All I know is that Fnatic better not be trying to field a fucking team of top-tier free agents. Get out of here. Elated Dartboard, welcome back, says, off topic, but depending upon what maps the smoke screen goes on, it's going to be game-changing. Really hoping it doesn't get reflex GA.
I can agree with that.
Oh, boy. We'll talk about GAs in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, what? Didn't they show it on Livefire?
Yeah. The thing is, you can still shoot through that bubble,
sure.
Right? Like,
I wonder if it gets replaced for drop wall on Livefire. Like they replace it.
Yeah, but that only spawns on Seaside over by Brutes.
Where does Mangler spawn?
Right. we taken out the Mangler of the GAs. It's gonna be back in play.
Tell that.
Mangler counters Smokescreen for some reason.
Yo, what's up, Rammy? Welcome to the live show. Good to see you.
As I make a dumb Mangler for Smokescreen joke, lovely.
Yeah, I mean, hey, well, like I said, we'll talk about GAs in a hot second. Hey, Rammy, question for you. If Space Station want to pick up a team who will bring them home trophies, who should they pick up? And I'm not trying to poke a dig because, I mean, that whole fucking situation we're not going to get into. We don't need to get into that. But like, who would you pick up? That's what I want to know. Whatever happens with Rostermania in the offseason, HCS Pro Talk will always be the best community to agree to disagree. HCS has never been stronger. Hey, thank you, man. Thanks, J-Rags. Appreciate you. All right, Will. That's it, obviously, for Rostermania, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, and this is where we would talk about scrim recaps, but we're waiting for things to pick up. So, in the meantime, Will, if you wouldn't mind going over the tournament league recaps over the last week.
Yeah, there was just one, and I'm going to go through them all because there's some big names in this one.
Some names.
It's the Esports Arena Series E results, and we'll run, I guess, bottom to top in 7th and 8th. First team is Underground. This was Aperture. I think it's Hativ, Piggy, and Shock. And then Latam on top, Atso, Magico, Bullet, and Noble. 5th through 6th, Team Business, Septified, Jazero, Soul Snipe, and Talik. And team, is it Roku Yukai? This was Barcode, Mortality, Huss, and Spartan. In 4th place was Team Underrated. This included Gumplexion, Snaky, Mines, and Seven, or Seven, however you want to say it. Seven. In 3rd place was Team Palm Villains. This was Suppressed, Boobadooboo, Avenue, and Diagram. 2nd place went to Incognito, Ryan Noob, Kamea, Rain, and Mikwin. 1st place went to Ambitious, Envor, Monster, Tony, and Rammy. Congratulations,
Rammy. Overkill says, what's up, Will and Josh? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just getting some practice in with the shock rifle. Any ideas on how to use this thing? And listen to you guys in the background. Aim for the head.
Yeah,
just aim for the head. That's really all you got to do. That's an instant kill. Just aim for the fucking head.
My advice, and I can't say I do this well.
I don't think any of us do this well.
But
maybe Rammy does.
Learn where, like, if you're watching a door, just know where the head level would be if someone came out of that door and just pre-aim that reticle and let them move into that reticle.
Like a fucking, like you're playing CS or Valorant.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, and that's a really good tip. Reticle placement. But yeah, or go watch some Royal 2 clips to see what the fuck that guy does. And if you really want to just, eat me away time and time again, go back and watch the clip where Royal 2 fucking beams Formal when he has sword and camo.
No.
Yeah, it was insanely bad.
That could be something fun to do, custom game, just like everyone has a shock rifle.
Sure. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That could be something that could be cool to be like added to an octagon,
Instead of a sniper, you have a shock?
Yeah. Just switch things out every now and again. Keep your skills fresh with the weapons that are in the sandbox. The ones that have not been GA'd yet. Key there. What's up, Brad? Welcome to the live show.
Hello.
Rammy, do you think anybody... I know we're early right now, okay? Because the season hasn't officially started. And I know they were pretty dominant in Orlando and at Worlds, but do you see any team right now, if teams remain the way that they were, like let's say the top 4, top 5 remain the way that they were, do you see anybody competing against Optic right now? Your honest opinion, if you're still here. Also, Josh and I are wearing the same hoodie. Hey, it's a great hoodie, Overkill. It's a great fucking hoodie, man. It's great. It's a little small. Like, it ran way smaller than I thought. And I'm kind of sad about that.
No.
But it's okay. It's okay. Peanut says you basically have to pull some Mr. Miyagi stuff. If your crosshair isn't placed perfectly, crank it to just crank it straight to them and hope it works out. I feel like that's what it looks like pros do all the fucking time. They make it look so easy. Or like, literally, they could be looking down here and an enemy's over here. And they're like, oh, hey, bop, just done. And I'm like, what the fuck? I can't do that. I just look stupid.
It's repetition.
It is. It really is. So, all right, Will, should we get to our topic?
Yeah.
Competitive woes over Sandbox updates. This is going to be fun. So Drux said, funny how 343 trying to get people to use the Sandbox more is going to result in competitive GAing everything. And Spartan said, my GA wish list for season 2 is Mangler, Sword, Commando, and Plasma Pistol. If shit doesn't change on Argyle, Bulldog 2, LMAO. Obviously, it's just my personal opinion. We'll see what the GA chat thinks when scrims start up again. Let's quickly hit back on this. Rami says, to be honest, the only team I thought that could beat them was Sentinels. So when Optic won Orlando without beating Sentinels, I was like, But they beat them at Worlds. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. But how about that fucking Native Red, man, huh? How about Native Red? So Callus says, along with all that, the Pulse Carbine is pretty OP as well.
The tracking is really good on it now.
So now we have a barcode rant. Yes, this is not a Josh rant. This is a barcode rant. And I feel like I felt like including this. So I'm going to try
I feel like you're going to voice this well.
I'm going to try to convey these emotions that barcode conveyed via his thread on Twitter.
Barcode rant via Josh.
And for the record, I'm not going to put a terrible fucking Australian accent on this because that would just be awful. Nobody wants to hear that.
I agree.
Yeah, I would be terrible. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Chico with the 5-month resub, you get a woo! Thank you very much. Welcome back to the live show. Good to see you. Barcode says, so when are we going to realize that Pandora's box has already been opened in Halo with separations of gameplay and Sandbox since literally Halo 2 between social and competitive, and just because every other game on the market having one mode that Halo should when that's not what Halo is? Halo had social aspects, it had ranked aspects of the social modes, and then it always had MLG and competitive modes, which should be separate like they have been since the dawn of time in Halo and Halo specifically. I don't want to change the entire game, LMAO, just our settings. Halo 3 had different movement speed, damage, and just generally different to base Halo. Same with Reach. Literally, the comp scene had always taken Halo into their own hands and molded it into what it was. The fact that we should be happy that HCS does not control our setting is quite frankly disappointing. Halo needs to be treated like a Halo game, not like everything else on the market. Thanks for reading my TED Talk. Oh, and one more thing. This whole Sandbox thing is so over-exaggerated, LMAO! What the fuck did you have to control in Halo 3 social? Needlers and spikers? Walking 2 steps for a BR? Sandbox has literally been overblown to the point where it doesn't even resemble older titles. And can I just say that this will benefit the Halo community as a whole? Halo has always been splintered with a wide array of communities. You don't have to unite them all. Let them be and grow their own scenes just so blanket balancing changes don't get blamed on one community, smiley face. Ugh.
Yeah.
So what Barcode is referencing there is that in Halo 3, in Reach, we had separate playlists for MLG settings at what was MLG, right? Where you would have social, you would have ranked, and then you would have a separate ranked playlist that is the HCS, or back then the MLG settings of what the pros and the organizations agreed upon. Okay?
Yeah.
We got away from that. And Halo 5 was I'm not including Halo 4 in this discussion, okay? We don't need to go there. Halo 5, I believe we can agree on this, and I believe we talked about it, felt like the most competitive Halo game out of the box. Would you agree with that statement?
With the pistol starts and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the BR, I would have preferred BR, but it is what it is. You know, fuck it. That thing got nerfed to hell, and then the thing was a cluster fucking 5. One swole daddy. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And says, which HCS Pro would you want to help you fight a grizzly bear? Ooh.
Oh.
Way to derail the conversation. I appreciate it. Oh, man. Who would I want to help me fight a grizzly bear? Holy shit. Oh, man. APG? Trippy? Trippy's swole as shit now.
He's swole.
Yeah, he's swole. He is one swole daddy. And why is it formal? I'm horny for formal. I don't need him fighting a fucking grizzly bear for me, okay?
Formal's too chill to fight a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
You know?
Or you know what? Royal 2. I want Royal 2. You know why?
Why?
He'd just bark the fucking bear away. That's what Royal 2 would do. He'd just bark him away. That's what I want. Royal 2.
Yeah, show dominance, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. I want Royal 2. That's it. That's my answer. Done. Oh, Flamesword's a good pick, too. And he's back on that fitness grind as well. That's actually the best answer, hands down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who do you want?
Gosh, I'm thinking about this. Like, who's going to go all in on fighting a fucking grizzly bear? You know? Like, who's not going to give a shit about it, right?
Who would give a shit about fighting a grizzly bear? Maybe Lucid. Maybe Lucid would just stroll up and be like, hey.
No, I don't.
Walk away.
I don't,
He's super chill, though.
He is chill.
Royal 2 is that crazy guy in the street. You lock your doors when you drive past.
See, yeah, you took the best answer in Royal 2.
Or Peanut says bound. Guy plays like a freak. I bet he'd go after the bear the same way.
Yeah.
Apparently Stellar would be stone cold when fighting a bear. That man would literally have no expression on his face if he was fighting the bear.
See, I was thinking lethal, just for the fact, like, he's just going to be sarcastic as hell to this bear. Bear's going to be like, what the fuck, man? And he's going to walk off.
The Revenant was about Stellar? You're saying that Stellar was Leonardo DiCaprio getting into a fucking bear carcass to stay warm? Great movie, by the way. That movie's fucking awesome.
Dude, I forgot about that movie for a minute.
Oh, that movie's awesome.
That's a great movie.
Yeah. Thanks for doing the show, guys. Halo's comp scene is just so absurd and awesome compared to others. Hey, thank you, Red. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. Hell yeah, man. We're here for you. Okay. So
these changes to the Sandbox, huh?
The Sandbox changes as we circle back from one swole daddy. His comments about what pro would you want to fight a grizzly bear? Mackie! Wait. Hey, Mackie. Or McKee. Is this like the fucking Halo show on Paramount Plus? McKee?
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding,
That's
by the way.
spelled differently.
This is what they talk about. I missed it. We talk about a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. Welcome to the live show, by the way. All right, let's back on topic. Peanut says, as for the differences in settings, I agree to some extent, but when the viewers are a mix of players of all ranks, you don't want to do so much that it seems inaccessible to the lower ranks that they tune in. It's a tough balance to find. That's why I'm somewhat in favor of getting rid of snap sliding. It's beyond a lot of players, and since it's a pretty crazy skill gap, the pros will hone their skills and it'll be used normally. Okay. I respect that take. So for me, Spartan put out a recent tweet. Thoughts about Tyler aside. Spartan put out a recent tweet. I'm going to try to find it real quick because it was basically right before we went live. So here we go. He was replying. He got into a little spat with somebody because this is what always happens with him and Twitter. And I'm not even going to read what the other person said because it's kind of irrelevant at this point. But in response to what that player had been saying to him, Tyler said the following. In terms of weapons being G8, he said 4 weapons. Let's ignore the fact that even without Mangler, sword and commando and plasma pistol, there would be an assault rifle, sidekick, pulse carbine, shock rifle, needler, sniper, rocket, stalker, bulldog, heatwave, disruptor, skewer, and BR. 14 weapons, not including equipment. If there were 4 weapons GA'd, and those 4 GA'd weapons are the Mangler, the Sword, the Commando, and the Plasma Pistol, then you would still have 14 weapons, not including equipment. And granted, they all don't spawn on every map, which is fine because neither do the Sword and the Mangler and even the Commando, right? And the Plasma Pistol. I don't think they all spawn on every map.
Right.
So putting that into a little bit of a perspective here, I'm of 2 mindsets, and Will, feel free to jump in. I'm of 2 mindsets. One mindset is I want what the players want, because if the pro players are having fun playing the game, then I feel I'm going to have more enjoyment watching them play because they're having fun, right? The other mindset I'm of is, when is enough when it comes to GAing stuff? The Sword, I still understand because the melee trade fix isn't out yet.
Yeah.
And I would hope, I can't speak for them, I'm not a pro player, but I would hope that when that change gets implemented within the next few months or whatever they decide to do, that the Sword gets un-GA'd at that point, because there would be an opportunity to melee trade, and therefore you have a trade ability. Okay? The Mangler right now, I guess I still understand it being GA'd.
It's still a tier 1 weapon.
Yep.
The length that you can drop shields too far.
Yes. Now the Commando and Plasma Pistol, because they got slight buffs in the winter update. Okay?
Yeah.
We've heard Spartan's take on it. I was watching Ryan stream today, and he didn't delve too much into it, but basically the point that he was getting at was, this is paraphrasing, okay? But what he was talking about was he doesn't think they're as bad as what people are making them out to be. The buffs, that is. Okay? He feels as though when he was talking about the Commando, he said there are definitely some fights that he's in that he feels that, yes, he can definitely feel the buff. But then there are other fights that he's in that it just feels like it's the normal Commando. Okay? I thought I may have heard Trippy say something similar.
I think they made the reticle smaller, like the area.
Sure.
But I've noticed, so I've been testing out the Commando as well. And there's times where it feels like at close to mid-range, like it's pretty good. But once someone gets out of that mid-range and you're kind of in a longer range fight, the bloom or the bloom on the weapon starts to come into play, and you're missing those final shots. You need something more precise to clean them up.
Yeah. And I think that definitely feels the way it is, because there is still bloom on the reticle of the weapon. Like if you hold down firing, your reticle will expand. But you're right, it does feel smaller to the point where it's not expanding so far out of that inner circle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it does obviously feel more accurate because it is more accurate. Lost audio? Are we still? I think we're still good. Are we still good?
Everything's showing good on our end.
You guys are good? Okay, good. Thank you. I want to make sure we're okay. This is why I said fuck you, Justin, earlier. God damn it. How dare you catch us off guard like that? Jesus. I want to catch up on chat here for a second.
Okay.
So J-Rag says, I did hear Lucid say in one of his streams that he said they should un-GA the Sword to be more competitive with the other buffed weapons, mainly the Commando. Why am I've already said this name correctly the last time, and I'm already forgetting how to say it. But is it Beiji? I apologize if I get it wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But it says, I bet, and also welcome back to the live show. Says, I bet there has never been a single person to turn on the HCS stream and see a snap slide and get so intimidated that they turn the game off. And then Peanut says, I don't disagree. I guess I just mean that I want a casual to watch the pros play and feel like the difference is better shooting, teamwork, and awareness, not sliding all over the place. That said, it really is a preference thing. I don't hate snap sliding, but I get why 343 is making the change they're making. And I will say, it's not necessarily the same thing, but there is a lot of sliding that is happening on a pro level.
Yeah.
Like that, half the game, it feels like they are sliding around. Now, not snap sliding around, but just sliding around. Okay. I'm not trying to cause an argument here. It's just what you notice, you know what I mean? Fox says, I totally get stuff not having proper counters, but I want to see the best play with what the whole game has to offer. And that's the thing, right? That's the thing, Fox, is that's my other side, is that when is enough enough? I want to see the sandbox being utilized, and Barcode saying the sandbox being so overly exaggerated. I understand and respect that notion too, considering we had separate playlists in 3, in Reach. But, and I somewhat agree with, this is why my two sides of my brain right now, I somewhat agree with what Barcode is saying, that I would love a separate HCS playlist, and I talk about this weeks in the past, you know? I feel like they're not going to do it because 343 wants the playlist to be the same for ranked as it is for the competitive players playing the game. That's why I'm worried that Spartan says, oh, why not just replace Mangler with Sidekick and we'll be fucking fine? When in reality, if they change it there, that means they have to change it for all of ranked. I don't want it to be that way. I want there to be a separate HCS playlist, but it doesn't feel like that's going to happen. And to me, that sucks. Rami says, I agree with Ryan. The Commando is a niche gun, and it hits a lot harder when on a map like Live Fire, because the fight ranges you take on the map excel for the Commando, but there's times where I feel like it's the old one with the plasma pistol is actually busted. Yeah. I've seen some crazy like curves with the plasma pistol shot.
The thing I'm worried about is you take the plasma pistol out. That's the counter for overshield.
Yes.
You know? So I'd rather it be reverted to what it was beforehand and keep it in.
Yeah, I was going to say, because what else do you have? You have, I mean,
you technically have a repulsor like on Live Fire.
Right, but if we're talking about things to just straight up tear down an overshield shield, would be the plasma pistol,
pulse carbine,
the pulse carbine
on Catalyst.
Right. But again, both of those don't spawn on every map. Heatwave, J-Rag says, good point. Plasma grenade if you sick somebody, but there aren't a ton.
Sniper will take it off too, right?
Sure. Rami says AR.
Yeah, I just don't see it used a lot in pro play.
The one thing I don't want to see happen, this is what I'm worried about with the plasma pistol. And this is coming from because we don't play professionally, we just talk about the competitive scene, right? As a non-pro player myself, like if I go back and I play MCC, right? Just as an example. And I go play Halo 2, H2 Classic on MCC. The noob combo in H2 Classic is fucking insane. And I'm worried. Now, I don't think you draw your weapon faster. I don't think you draw your weapon as fast in Infinite as you do in 2. I could be mistaken here. People need to correct me. I'm not a Halo 2 aficionado. But the noob combo in 2 was so fucking powerful. I'm worried. I hope the Infinite noob combo doesn't get to that level. And with the increased tracking that we have now in the plasma pistol and Infinite, I fear that we're getting closer to that. Not necessarily that, but just closer to that. Prozac, welcome.
The thing with the tracking being increased, though, is you can have some, that plasma shoot out at a longer distance, be able to track better.
Yeah.
And that means you have more time to get your BR up. True. Versus the shorter range you had to be at before.
True. So maybe that is worse. Yeah, I'm worried. So Mangler, understand. That's still understandable. Right, and J-Rags, he says, even before the plasma pistol buff, we saw a lot of new combo uses in HCS this year. Yes, but it still wasn't as easy as it is now to use.
Right, I think that's the point he's making.
Oh, true. And it's only going to get worse. Yeah, it's only going to get worse. And thinking about it like at a pro level standpoint, like pro players are able to utilize the weapons that they are given, the equipment that they're given at the highest level, to the point where it just makes casuals look like casuals. So seeing them utilize a plasma pistol at the highest level is fucking terrifying. So there's that. So Mangler, we understand why it still exists. Sword, we understand why it still exists right now, because there is no counter to it right now. Plasma pistol, I think that is going to be a big contention point. Now, granted, we're not in that GA chat that exists, but like I feel that being a discussion point. And then, like Rami said earlier, and like Ryan Noob had said, and I believe like what Trippy had said, the commando, to me, even still, like being killed against it, getting kills with it, I don't feel like it is some astronomically. I don't think it's a power weapon. You know?
Is this another thing where it's a tier 1 weapon? It should be a tier 2, maybe just a little bit longer timer.
I mean, even I wouldn't even say that.
You think it's
for the
fine?
commando? I think the commando's fine. Rami says, obviously I'm not a top 4 pro, so I can't speak for every pro, but what it seems like is that pros don't mind niche weapons, but weapons that are just better in every scenario that there are no counterplay to it is what pros don't want to play against, because every gun is better than the BR. So it's just very suppressive to play against, not fun. That's
fair.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. You want to play with and play against balanced weapons and equipment. And if something is just overly powerful, it's not fun for anybody involved. Completely understand and respect and agree with that.
I mean, even, going up against a sword at the top level, or even I'm playing in plat, playing through plat almost in diamond, and it just sucks when you're on recharge and your team's trying to make a push on oddball, trying to make a push into the C area, and they're holding down top control with the sword. It's like, what can you do? Obviously, you can try to get nades, but you get shot from glass, sword guy popped out and killed all of us on the bridge. Like, what? Come on.
No, somebody's holding sword in yellow. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You're doomed. You're just doomed. J-Rex says, I still don't know what would happen if someone broke a GA in an official HCS event. I bet Rami could talk to that. Because it's a GA, HCS wouldn't care, so the top prize pool would still get paid out. They would just like, I can't speak for what they would do, but they'd be shunned. I imagine they'd be shunned.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say blacklisted, like from maybe those other teams wouldn't scrim against them anymore. I can't speak for them, but like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Jagged says, honestly, sword is just cheesy as fuck due to the map layouts. Too many corridors and corners. Agreed. And that's why I'm glad it is still GA'd. I want to see it, and I want to make this known, and I've said this before. I want to see it un-GA'd when the melee trade fix comes out. I really want to see it un-GA'd because I think there's some awesome fucking plays that can be made with a sword and a grapple hook combo, Like there's some amazing plays that can be had with a sword. But if there's an opportunity to trade, I want that in the game. Rami says, in KC, when I was on SSG, we lost a Fnatic for top 12 because they had 2 swords on recharge and lost 50-49 after we're up 49-47. Last 3 kills were all with the sword, no trades. Holy fuck. Oof.
That's rough.
It is right. It's got Fnatic of all fucking teams too, man. I'm sorry. Holy shit. So then, okay, Rami, there's the question then, right? There's the question. Because that happened, what was your decision against Fnatic from that point forward? What was your thought process against Fnatic at that point forward? Like, do you still resent that moment? Oh, that was pre-GA? I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. Well, let's speak in hypotheticals, goddammit. Okay? Let's say the GA was implemented at that time. What would you have done? Oh, 2 power weapons should never happen. I can't stand that. You're not wrong. Didn't Halo used to have it where a power weapon wouldn't spawn until someone dropped or died with the empty one? Pretty sure teams just wouldn't scrim them. Okay, so that's what I thought too. They'd be blacklisted from scrims. We did joke all the time. Like, what if somebody does pick it up in the grand finals of Worlds?
Yeah, I mean,
like what's going to happen? What are you going to do? Like fucking Bound just looping around, grab sword on recharge. It's like, sup, bitch? What are you going to do? Like, hold the presses. We got to stop this goddamn game. Quick, Lucid, unplug your PC.
Yeah.
We got to restart.
The camera guy tripped over the cord.
Oh, no. I was kidding. But, I mean, that's the question. What the fuck would happen?
Yeah.
Tell Ryan to do it versus Spartan on land. That was the other thing, too. When that matchup happened at Worlds, because based on my predictions, which were so amazingly wrong, I predicted that we were going to get that United phase matchup, and we did. And then the joke was, what if he fucking does it? What if he just does it right now? Oh, man. It'd be the funniest fucking thing. And Daddy, he said they would throw down. I would cry tears of joy and happiness if Ryanoob or someone on E-United did that and actually won that Slayer Game 5 to beat them. I would have fucking cried because I can only imagine the spat that would have happened. Oh, it would have been insane. Oh, man. J-Rag says, if there were 2 power weapons on the map, wouldn't it just balance it out? Like the new rank map has 2 sniper rifles, but now people don't want multiple power weapons on the map. No, J-Rags, we're talking about in the scenario where one team has both. So, but I can also see where you're coming from because like, oh, well on Argyle, what if one team has both snipers? Was it the Sanctuary remap? What the fuck was it in H5?
Yeah, Sanctuary.
What was it called though? Why am I forgetting this? But the Refuge. Thank you, Rami. Yes. Yep. So Refuge also had 2 snipers, and that also was not fun to play against when when one team had both snipers. So,
but it's part of the strategy, right? Try to flank, get the other team's sniper.
And it's what I am with what a lot of the pros have been saying is that they wanted a 2 sniper map. Mm-hmm. I also wanted a 2 sniper map because then you get to see teams fighting for positions more.
And then you got the sniper showdowns, which are fun to watch.
It is very fun to watch. Who's going to poke their head out first and get fucking annihilated? Oh. Or both fusion coils. That's another thing. I don't know. I think it'd be stupid to GA fusion coils from being able to be thrown. Because it's fucking hilarious. If you get cross-mapped with a fusion coil, I'm just laughing. Because I think it'd be fucking hilarious. Would it be infuriating? Absolutely. But man, would it be funny.
Yeah.
Do fusion coils even respawn? Like you see them early in the game and that's it? I don't know. I honestly have not stuck around a fusion coil location to see if they come back up.
You can catch a coil.
You can. Absolutely. You can. See, so there you go. There is a natural counter to having a fusion coil thrown at you.
It feels like the sword, though. You're just going to sit around a corner and wait for people to come.
Oh.
Throw the coil.
You might not be wrong on that front. Are we going to see fusion coils GA'd? Fuck me, man. It's another one. Take another one away from the sandbox. Oh. And Fox says they do respawn. Oh, man, I don't want to get this wrong. Is it iOS Burger or Los Burger? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. You can also kill yourself with one, so there's risk. There is risk. And, I may not be a pro player, but I may or may not have done that once or twice. They shouldn't GA them just for repulse fusion coil plays. That would be amazing. Justin says game 5 becomes that fusion coil Slayer, becomes Kong Slayer, the worst game type in Halo Infinite. It is the worst game type. If you guys have ever played Kong Slayer and Social Slayer in Halo Infinite, that game type is awful. Just awful. So there's that. Remy says I'm practicing my fusion coil lineups. Hell yeah, man. Get in there. Get in there before they GA it out of your fucking hands, man. Purple Rain is worse. Okay, can we just say...
I don't know. Did I play? I haven't played that.
Can we just say that the Social Slayer playlist in Halo 5 is fucking awful? Because it's not... Now, granted, now they have the Team Slayer playlist, so that's fine. That's good and dandy because that's just Slayer. But the Social Slayer playlist in Infinite is just awful. Burger says, so what's all getting GA'd? So still, it sounds like still Mangler, still Sword, and what Spartan wants...
It's on the menu.
Yeah. Yes. What Spartan wants is Commando and Plasma Pistol. What Callus wants is Pulse Carbine. So that's who said it? That's it. That's it. Why is it in the Slayer playlist? I feel like an action sack type of game. Yeah, that's the thing. It's that Social Slayer is fucking... It's action sack, just without the name. It's funny. You have, like, guys, playlist naming conventions here are a strong point of 343 Industries. You know how you know this? Social Slayer. When I say Social Slayer, what do you think that means?
You know, standard starts, you know, AR pistol and Slayer.
Not ranked?
No ranked setting.
Because it's social?
Yeah.
Right. But it's just Slayer on the maps?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what if I told you that's not what it is, but instead you have a Team Slayer playlist, which is that?
Sometimes you get
BRs.
Yeah.
But your Social Slayer playlist is Team Slayer.
Okay.
Fuck! God damn it. What's up with it being called Fiesta instead of SWAT? You mean what's up with it being called Tactical Slayer instead of SWAT? I don't fucking know, man. Maybe I don't even want to make that joke because that's like a real fucking thing that's bad. But no, I don't know why they changed the name from SWAT to Tactical Slayer because they literally could just renamed it SWAT. Or just kept the name SWAT. Didn't need to be changed in the first place. But what the fuck do I know? Oh, well. Oh, well. All right. So, yeah. We don't know what has been officially... We don't know if there's going to be any extra GAs as of now because those decisions haven't been made yet. Like Spartan talked about in his tweets, is that there is a GA chat that has some but not all pros. And frankly, we don't know what pros are in that chat. But that chat exists. And they basically make that decision. They are the GA overlords. And we just sit here and we wait to see what happens. Then we talk about it on the show because that's what we do. And then we provide our opinion on whether or not we think the GA is a good idea. And, you know, and we provide predictions and they're always wrong, but that doesn't matter because who gives a fuck? I feel like if everything is OP, then nothing is.
But if it's all too easy to use, where's the skill gap? Where's like the, you know, what shows the skill level?
I liked that statement. I really like that statement. Will with the banger statement. It's a good point. It's a good point. And as Rami said, like, it sounds like pros don't want something to feel overpowered. Like they want he said they're fine with having niche weapons, but they want everything to have a purpose. They want it to be balanced.
And not everything should feel better than the BR.
Exactly. Not everything should feel better than the BR. And now, as somebody who like loves BR starts in competitive, yes, I am one of those people who fucking could not stand the Magnum being used as the starting weapon in 5 because I was bad.
And you always called it's a side weapon.
Yeah, it's a secondary. And they literally called the Infinite one the sidekick because that's what it is. But that's besides the point. So, as somebody who loves the BR being the main competitive weapon for, like, the main start for competitive weapons, I am actually happy that it got a little bit of a nerf because it is harder to use and you feel it immediately.
Oh yeah.
And that just adds a little more to the skill gap. And one of the things that a lot of the pro players were complaining about is that the BR felt too fucking easy to use. And now it doesn't.
But with making the BR harder to use, they made other weapons easier.
Yes, it's
Didn't
a couple
make
of those purposefully. 3 of them purposefully.
Yeah.
The pulse carbine, the plasma pistol, and the commando. So. J-Rag says, in reality, there shouldn't be GAs. If there's such an OP weapon item, the team should just strategize to prioritize getting those items. So J-Rags, that's the whole like umbrella of the debate, right? Is that there are a lot of players in the community, both casual and competitive, that believe that nothing should be GA'd. The sandbox is there, use the sandbox, right? And then there's another half of the player base that casual, competitive, whatever, that was like, no, give the pro players what they want because they're playing the game at the highest level and they know what works best for them in the competitive aspect of the game. And then obviously you have people who just don't give a shit. But that's the question. You have the side that you're talking about where there shouldn't be any GAs. And then you have the other side where it's like, well, we've had separate playlists to do this before. And then we got away from it. What about when one team spawns right next to it, like the Mangler or Recharge and Livefire? That's the thing. And then that, again, gets all back to the conversation. Tier 1 versus tier 2 weapon, increasing or decreasing the amount of ammo a weapon has, blah, 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 blah. Just re-rings that.
I do believe the Bulldog and Heatwave should be reduced ammo.
Agree with that statement. I can absolutely agree with that statement. And frankly, like, I know that, opinions about Tyler aside, like, I do think I like the idea of replacing Mangler with Sidekick. I do.
Yeah, with its swap rate, kill cleanup,
Still hits like a fucking tank.
Yeah. The rate of fire on it, how fast the magazine reloads.
Yep.
It's still a worthwhile weapon to pick up.
It is. You still see instances where a player with the Sidekick can outduel somebody with a BR if they're at close enough range. Is Bazaar removed from the HCS now? Yes.
Because they removed Slayer
a while ago.
Yeah, now
CTF is removed.
CTF is gone.
Correct. Thank fucking God.
All right.
I don't know about the pros out there, but I fucking hated Bizarre CTF. Never went to 5 caps. Always went to time or overtime, which made for some crazy cool shit to happen sometimes. But the fact that I'm sitting there, like, for what felt like an hour for every Bizarre CTF game that's being played, holy hell am I glad that's gone. Hoo-wee! And then I know people had their issues with Catalyst Slayer, so that's gone too. So.
All right.
We'll have to wait and see how Argyle is played. Because that's going to be something fun. All right. Shall we move on from our topic and get into some regular news?
Yeah.
Halo Infinite Winter Update for November 8th, 2022 by Halo Support. It's a patch notes article, and I'm not going to read through the fucking patch notes. But instead, what I'm going to do is this. Hey, did you go for the lasso achievement? But did you complete it all and not get the achievement at the end? Did the achievement not pop for you? Well, guess what? You're going to have to do it again. So in the patch notes, it says the following. The Headmaster achievement will now unlock consistently. If the conditions for unlocking this achievement were completed and it did not unlock in a previous version of Halo Infinite, the conditions will need to be completed again after installing the winter update. So enjoy that.
Ouch.
What I will say is this. The tank gun still exists.
It does.
The tank gun still exists. And I don't believe that all the speedrunning techniques have been removed either. So I imagine somebody will put out a brand new speedrunning guide for it, but the tank gun is still in the game. Daddy asks, would you rather have teeth for hair or hair for teeth? Ooh. Oh, teeth for hair.
Yeah, if you can't eat.
Yeah, like what the fuck if I can't eat? Now, do I
So off topic.
This is let's circle back to that. I have a thought. Obviously this sucks, but at least it's the easiest lasso. It is, because you get fucking infinite ammo and it doesn't detract. It's great. Seriously, it was the easiest lasso fucking of all time. Halo support's coming in hot. This is by Halo Support. First fix is the Halo Infinite team has solved an issue that resulted in several customization items, including the on-track armor coating and past tense coatings, not appearing in game. Cool. Second fix, the team has deployed a backend update that addresses issues when switching battle passes. Again, cool. And then there's an NVIDIA fix. NVIDIA has released a new graphics driver that will improve Halo Infinite stability by resolving a common crash. But guess what? I still hear people are crashing, so that's fun. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Did you like the Halo TV show?
Yeah, sure.
Well, now you can buy a steelbook. Okay. Get ready for the fight of your life, Spartan. Pre-order Halo the Series Season 1 on limited edition 4K UHD Steelbook with over 5 hours of special features.
Cool.
Oh, man.
Not my thing, but if you enjoyed it, that's there for you.
Get to see that sex scene in 4K, baby. It's fucking so stupid. And then finally, Cannon Fodder Forward Unto Dawn by Alex Wakeford, and includes a link to Cannon Fodder Live from the Halo World Championship 2022. And that's it for the regular news. Got another game to watch! One thing for you. Major 1 tickets are on sale now by Call of Duty League. Major 1 is coming to Raleigh. Pro-Am format, group play, double elimination tournament, Raleigh Convention Center, December 15th through the 18th. Tickets are now on sale. Buy them if you want or don't. I don't fucking care. And that's it. Which means it's time for World Adventures of the Nailovers. Another game, Steve. What'd you play this week?
Oh, man. Played some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
You
reminded me.
Yeah. I don't really have much time to play it. I'm not anywhere near where I should be. I can't keep up with leveling the guns. I'm just trying to play.
Are you prepping for Warzone at all? 2.0?
I mean, I wanted to.
Sure.
I wanted to get stuff set up, but it's,
Is that this week or next week?
I don't even remember.
Fuck. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Played Halo Infinite, placed Plat 4, and within one game I was in Plat 5. And then I had a bunch, the whole like people dropping out and whatnot. So I'm still in, I'm Plat 5 still, just because those games have been iffy with people leaving.
Sure.
And it also seems like, I get some Plat 4s that might know what they're doing, or I get Plat 4s that should be golds. It seems like they don't have awareness in the game, and it's frustrating. Silo says Warzone is on Wednesday.
And that is what we were inquiring about. Thank you. Appreciate you, and welcome back.
So yeah, I've been playing solo, and I shouldn't be at this point now that I am ranked, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And then Marvel Snap.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of a problem.
Sure, but it's actually free.
Yeah.
You don't buy packs of cards.
Nope.
It's just cosmetics.
You can pay for the battle passes.
Right.
To get more stuff, but you don't have to. You can just play to play.
God. Done right, baby.
Yeah. Go out for smoke breaks at work.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play 1 or 2 or 3.
And they're so fast. Yeah. They're so fast. Literally 6 rounds, easy peasy.
Yep. And I just got through like the introduction pass that they give you.
Sure.
So now I'm playing. I feel like I was playing bots before.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm playing real people.
Yeah.
It's a little more difficult.
Sure.
I'm trying to build a destroy deck, which is really fun.
Yeah.
But I don't have all the cards yet to build a full destroy deck, so that's happening.
It's all good.
I'm working on it. But yeah, Marvel Snap, really fun game.
It is really fun.
Again, no ads. No ads here.
Hashtag not an ad, but it is fun and it's free. So play it on your mobile device of choice.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to. What about you, Josh? You have oh wait, never mind.
No.
Okay. So my
you looked
eyes.
at community playdate.
My eyes looked at the community plate. I was like, holy shit, he played a bunch of games.
No.
Yeah, never mind.
We had a bunch of players. I want to just comment on what Justin said. It's so hard to be a video game fan as an adult. Like, it's 9 p.m. and I just finished dinner. Where's my time to play games? Hey, Justin, wait till you have kids. You think that's bad? Wait till you have fucking kids, man. Like, I get time for this.
Yeah.
That's basically it. And then Justin, in regards to you and your ranked shenanigans, says, oh, Plat's a current nightmare. Some Plats are clear high diamonds and just not there yet, and some are bronze 3s at best. Somehow I get the bronze guys, and the other team gets the diamonds. And he's downloading Marvel Snap. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, I played some Halo Infinite. I got Diamond 3 from my placings, and I'm good with that, so I'm never playing ranked again. Woo!
Put the time in, you could be an Onyx.
Nah. I am happy where I'm at. I get to stick in my diamond zone.
You know, you and Lucid both placed Diamond 3.
Holy shit!
Josh is becoming a pro player.
I'm fucking Lucid? Yo! What up?
Because I think Diamond 3 is the highest you can get to start.
Is it?
I think so. I think
Are we
that's
sure?
what they capped it at.
Justin says you're a goddamn Onyx. Just feed me the gas, baby. Feed me the gas. Grau is the meta. You grind for 20 hours to get all attachments, and now it's the FFAR. Oh, we're talking about COD right now.
Yeah. But isn't that current Warzone, not the new Warzone?
Oh, I don't know.
There is no meta for the new Warzone yet.
Right.
It's not out.
He says, see prior messages. Now what ruins games is the insane unlock time. In COD, you're always chasing the meta. So he's saying for that's the meta, so they're always chasing that meta.
Yeah.
I get you. Thanks for literally copy and pasting your fucking message. J-Rag says you can start at D6.
Oh, D6.
I thought it was higher than what I'm at.
You're close.
Overkill says, so I'm at college right now. Whenever I talk about how I don't have much time for things, I'm flooded with wait till you have kids comments. So I've decided that I will not have kids, for I do not see a good reason to from what I'm here. Overkill, all jokes aside, I love mine to death. She is the greatest thing that has ever happened in my life. But yes, other things get put on the back burner because of having a child and other adult responsibilities, as often things do. But you always try to find time. So like, for instance, tonight, when we get done with the show, we'll edit things down, get things scheduled to publish, and then I may or may not play for like an hour, right? Just stuff like that. You find time. Daddy will get to you in a second about that fucking teeth shit. So Halo Infinite played that, and then also the community played it. God of War Ragnarok, I started that, and it's very, very good. Obviously, no spoilers because I don't do that on the show, but I will say this. If you do play this game, do not skip the side quests. That goes for you too when you play it eventually. Or have you started it already?
No, okay. I'm waiting.
When you do the side quests. And then I played some Marvel Snap as well. Because that game's fun. That's all I played. Well, it's time for some shots! Shout out to everyone who joined the community playdate. That was Elated Dartboard, Zarners, Fox Too Quick, Maddie Rums, Riznak, Just Josh, D Pancakes, Carnage, Hero Spartan, and David Sandman. Thank you all for joining in the fun. Oh, Justin was there too, so Goalie Sniper. There you go. I didn't forget you. You're in there too. You joined in when we were playing paintball. Paintball. And Daddy, that's all that matters if you're having fun. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. We have Norbeaster and John Wildman, One Swole Daddy, Mackie, and Burger with the follows. Thank you very much for the follows. And then we had Winkler with the 5-month resub, Neil Wheels, love that name, with the 2-month resub, Chica with the 5-month resub, and Justin with the 22-month resub. You all, again, get... Woo! Thank you very much for the resubs as well. Greatly appreciated. Happy belated 18th birthday to Halo 2. So there you go. To everybody that say it's the best fucking Halo game. There you go. And then happy belated birthday to Real Life Spartan and Golden Boy. Happy belated birthday to you gents. I also missed one. I believe it's Shonen Lewis's birthday as well. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, today. So happy birthday to EU Lewis, Shonen Lewis. Can't forget that. Can't forget that man. I think that's all I have for that. Yeah. Community creations, Halo memes every day, reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Go check it out. Halo World Championship 2022 photo album by Princess of All Saiyans. Halo World Championship vlog 2022 by Obviously Queen. Halo Infinite's greatest plays of the year montage, AMD Power Plays number 10 by the HCS. And then we have some Forge creations. I created a list in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in chat. It's not an exhaustive list, but it's some ones that I've seen throughout the week on Twitter. Obviously, there's tons more out there. And but here's what I have. Eternity by I Am a Luxury. It's a map. A remake of Damnation by Black Picture 13. A remake of Coagulation by Church. A remake of Haven. Halo 4, woo! By Dark Maiming. A recreation of Lockout by UniQ. A recreation of Facing Worlds by Dan the Bloke. A CTF warm-up map like what the pros used to play on in Halo 5 and blah, 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 blah. It's by Insight. It's a map and a game type. We have Uber Octagon by Ubernick. It's a map and a game type. Final Destination 20XX. This is like Smash Brothers and Infinite. Map and a game type. This is by Daibutsu. Avalanche. We played it in Halo 5. It's where you run up a hill and fucking make sure you don't get hit by rocks and shit. It's by Zach Likes, Nunny, and Norwal. It's a map and game type. We have Repulse Soccer, which is Repulsor Soccer, and it fucking looks amazing. By Bob Is Here. It's a map and a game type. And then we have one of the weirdest and coolest things that I can't, I guess I should believe is able to be made in Infinite because it's here. Warbound. It's a Halo 5 Warzone remake by Dark Maiming. It's a map and a game type, and here's this. You capture bases, steal flags, assassinate bosses, and destroy enemy Spartans to earn points. Rack up points and use your personal score to buy power weapons, loadout weapons, or vehicles from each team's rec station. The rec station. Each rec station takes you to the rec shop where you purchase your weapon or vehicles with personal score by pinging one of them. The top row of weapons is power weapons and the bottom row is loadout weapons. Vehicle purchases take effect on next spawn. Bosses. There are currently 4 different bosses with their main differences being their locations and their loadouts. Each boss is a Spartan bot with tons of shield, a grapple shot, and an instant kill melee. Killing a boss grants your team 200 points. Capturing bases, flags, and destroying Spartans. Each flag captured is 200 points for your team. Each Spartan destroyed is 1 point. Each base held is 1 point per 2 seconds. And somehow this only took around 300 nodes, so if you want to go crazy in Infinite's Forge, you could pretty much make whole new games. That's fucking insane.
Wow.
Yeah, literally took the time to remake Halo 5's Warzone in that shit. Oh my God. Haven sucks. I stand by that. Hey, that's fine. In my opinion, it was like 4's best map besides the BTB maps, but that's besides the point. Okay. Before we end the show, let's quickly circle back on the hair for teeth and teeth for hair question. I still stand by the teeth for hair.
Same.
Yeah. Because if anything, it's more of a protective barrier for my head.
Are you able to just to cut the teeth off? Because I just shave my head then, I guess.
Oh, I bet they're permanently implanted in your...
Just like teeth.
Ungoy says hair for teeth and you just get dentures. I think, okay, you know what? No. I'm putting stipulations on this, okay? You have to... That's it. Daddy even said, nope, you have to own it. No dentures, no nothing. You either have hair for your fucking teeth or teeth for your fucking hair. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Imagine a cavity on your skull. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, oh, shit. There is a lot more upkeep with teeth than there is for hair. Now, are we talking about baby teeth right now where you lose them and then you have permanent teeth come in?
You
know what I'm talking about? What happens then? Imagine lice in your mouth. Oh God. Oh, root canal or brain surgery. And would you use shampoo or toothpaste? Oh, toothpaste, 100%. Toothpaste, 100%.
You're not like eating anything with your fucking skull.
No, but you still have to keep them clean.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, and what, you can use shampoo on your teeth?
no.
Exactly. You're just toothpaste.
I was just saying for cavities and stuff, that seems
And
like
they
a lot
already make-
easier. That like you're not going to get stuff stuck up there that
Are you for real right now?
I don't know. I just whatever.
I will say this. Like, they already make fucking brushes big enough. Like, you know, that used to like scrub your back and scrub your body.
Oh, sure.
Just use that for your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already have your big enough toothbrush. You're good there. Probably just spend a lot more money on toothpaste, though. If we're being real about it. Also, hair isn't just on your head. But yeah, but we're talking about if you had... Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. What if you permanently have spinach stuck in your teeth hair? Does that change your answer? But Daddy, here's the question. Like Fox says, also hair isn't just on your head. Do we have teeth everywhere hair is, or is it just on your head?
I'll let you guys sort all this out. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
All right, you go to the bathroom. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man. And then here's my other question. That was going to be the mic drop brain melting wrench in the question. I have another mic drop brain melting wrench into this question. Do you still taste on all of those teeth? Do you still taste on all of those teeth? Or taste buds strictly a mouth scenario? Are taste buds strictly a mouth scenario? See you later, Justin. Have a great night. We are totally derailed at this point. If anybody is here to listen to the actual show is technically over. This is literally just answering a dumbass fucking question. I have to know, though. No taste on the teeth. You taste whatever is on your mouth hair. Right, but I'm saying that if I had teeth everywhere I had hair. Oh, man. Fuck. Hair for teeth. I'll figure it out. Hair for teeth. I'll figure the rest out. How can we level the playing field? Do you shed in your mouth? Do you have a perpetual feeling of hair in your throat? Can't you cut it? Wouldn't you be able just to cut it? You're allowed to cut your mouth hair only if it's a mullet. Only if it's a mullet. Okay, now we're adding dumbass stipulations. No. We're adding dumbass stipulations. No. Just blend your food and call it a day. There it is. I'm taking hair for teeth. End of discussion. That's it. That's all I got. Hair for teeth. I don't want teeth for hair if that's where all hair is. Okay? I don't want that. Hair for teeth. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for episode 261 of HCS Pro Talk. Will is in the bathroom. So you know what? Oh, Will's back. Will, you're back just in time.
Just in time.
We've agreed. Hair for teeth. That's it. End of discussion. No more need to talk about it. Will, without further ado, if you wouldn't mind, plug in the show.
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and others, like Josh's favorite.
Pocket Cast. Fuck you, Justin.
Leave us a review and let others know about the show. You can join the Discord, join the community discussion. It's a free Discord to join. ! Discord and chat, or you can find it on our link tree in our Twitter or in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Speaking of Twitter, we have one. Do a lot of communication on there, a lot of stuff. It's a primary source of information from us, so go check it out. We have an Instagram and Facebook as well, not heavily used, but they're there. We do have a YouTube, youtube.com/HCS Pro Talk if you want to watch old VODs. If you want to catch us live, twitch.tv/HCS Pro Talk, usually 7 p.m. Central Time, unless we spend a half hour talking about football before we start the show.
It's a great season for the Vikings.
There's hcsprotalk.com. I forget what's actually on there, but there's a link to our merch on the top right corner.
It is soon going to be redirected. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And then, finally, don't forget about the fine folks over at Podcast Evolve. Make sure to check out evolvedhalo.com.
your home for Halo.
They have great shows. If you're into lore, go check out their title show, Podcast Evolved. If you want to look at missions within Halo Infinite and prior mission debrief, they talked about the Halo Paramount Plus show and their Halo TV Plus. If you like the books, they have Book Club, blocks, the mega blocks. They have builds with blocks. The top Halo news stories for their show, Halo Headlines, and then Halo Gear Guide as well for all the Halo gear out there. So please go check them out.
Do it up. Okay. Chat is so fixated on my dumbass fucking statement around taste buds. Look, I never said I'm a fucking expert, and I know I'm an idiot. Sometimes I say really stupid stuff. That was something that I said that was really stupid. Okay? And thank you, Peanut. I appreciate you. God. And besides, Justin, it wasn't even a fucking question. You didn't even ask a question. You said, oh, you could fucking answer my question. You didn't even ask a question. So shut up. No, we're not verified on Twitter. I didn't pay for fucking Twitter Blue. Get the fuck out of here. Also, that's gone too. Thanks, Elon. Also, fun fact, hear about this shit?
What?
So Elon said that they're removing like extraneous secondary features from Twitter that nobody uses. One of those features that has been removed broke two-factor authentication. So if you use two-factor authentication for Twitter, don't sign out because you're not going to be able to get back in.
Fuck.
Yep. Have fun with that shit. Love you too, Daddy. Thanks again for the random off-the-wall question. That was fun. That was a fun time. Elon did something stupid and irrational. I'm truly stunned. You know, that's the thing, right? He does a lot of stupid and irrational things. And now he's starting to do things that impact what I do on a daily basis, and it's really starting to piss me off. Like, I am going to be so mad, and we don't need to get into this tangent. We don't need to discuss this further. Elon's Elon. It doesn't matter about him. But if Twitter crashes and burns, there are very few apps. I don't rely on Twitter, but there are very few apps and programs that I use on a daily basis, right? Twitter is one of them.
Yeah.
And if Twitter crashed and burned, I would not be happy. And it's one thing if there was a clear-cut replacement. But as of right now, yes, Mastodon exists. Yes, a couple other things exist, but they're not true replacements for Twitter.
Do you think one would just be created though?
That's what I'd hope for. But at the same time, like, I know that Jack Dorsey, the former CEO and owner of Twitter, he is creating like a Twitter replacement, kind of on behalf of Twitter, which is funny enough. But then he's like bringing in this fucking blockchain shit and whatnot. I'm like, I don't fucking want to deal with all that. Like, just give me. God damn it! I'm getting fired up. All right, that's all I got. I hope Twitter doesn't crash and burn. Yes, I know Twitter's still massive, blah 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 blah, but anything can fucking happen, and Elon can make anything happen for better or for worse. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for episode 261 of HCS Pro Talk. If you're tuning in live, thank you very much for hanging around during the live show, during the crazy discussions, the topic, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. It is greatly appreciated. And also, it's greatly appreciated if you're watching the VOD, if you're listening to the audio version of the show. We hope you had a great time as well. Enjoyed the shenanigans. However you're consuming the show, it's appreciated and we love you. And that's really all I got to say. I don't even know if my kid's still awake. She was waiting for me to put her down for bed. But you know what? We were having too much goddamn fun with that dumbass question of teeth for hair or hair for teeth. Holy moly, competitive Halo always moves forward, as does our show. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week to talk about whatever the fuck we're going to talk about. And yes, if you're not part of our Discord yet, like Will shouted out earlier, go be part of our Discord. We do community playdates every Friday around 8 p.m. Central Time. We did Forge Creations last week. We're going to do Forge Creations this week. We're going to play some new stuff. It's going to be a fun time. Join in. It'll be awesome. Can't wait to see you there. We'll be back next week, but until then, I ain't got nothing else to say. Bye-bye!